Hey friends, we are back. Wanted to give you a quick update on what's happening out there in the market. You know, it's always important to know what's happening in our local market. And our market here in Santa Clarita does run parallel with a lot of the other markets out there in the country, but definitely in Southern California, whether it's north of us or south of us, kind of a good indicator as to what's happening out there. So we are at 718 active and available homes. Now remember, we've said this many times before, this is from one-bedroom condos all the way up to custom homes in the $4 or $5 million range. If you rewind to a year or so ago, we were down in that 200-300 range, and this inventory has definitely jumped. Now that's of course a result of higher interest rates. That's a result of increased fire insurance, and this is very price point specific. So there are some markets out here in Santa Clarita, all right, that are still flying off the shelves. Now that doesn't mean there's markets that are completely dead or price points that are completely dead, because we are still seeing homes in that 1.1, 1.2 range and above that are still selling. But that's probably the sector of this market that's been struggling the most, is that 1.2 to 1.5 range, give or take, which is a lot of homes out here with the recent increase in prices. So what we want to keep an eye out for, again, is where this inventory level stays. So I've been saying it for a long time. If we get up to that 700-800 range and it holds, we could definitely see a shift in the market, right? We're moving into what is more of a balanced market, especially with where we've come from on the inventory levels. And when we balance out and there's choices for buyers, they can be a little bit more picky. They can negotiate a little bit more, whether it's on the front end while they're putting the deal together, or once the repair request comes through. We're seeing a lot of that. But again, this is also affecting prices, because now sellers with a little bit more motivation are having to drop the price to attract more buyers. So it's something, again, we need to keep an eye out for. We haven't crossed over that threshold where we can kind of confidently and firmly say that we are in a buyer's market, but we're definitely in more balanced of a market and inching towards that buyer's market. Still got a little ways to go though. So where's the opportunities in this market? So homes are still selling. We've got 227 that have closed in the last 30 days, and we have 306 that are currently in escrow. So where's the opportunity in all of this? Well, specifically, I think the most obvious one is if you're a move-up buyer. So if you are selling something, a condo, townhome, single family, that is in that $600,000 to $800,000 range, that market is still moving pretty good, especially if we price it right. Where you're going to get your deal in this, right, is on the purchase. If you're looking in that million to 1.5 range or even higher, all right, now might be the time to really crunch the numbers, all right, and see what that move would do for you. So if you have any questions about that, reach out to myself or one of the agents on our team, and we'd love to run the scenario out, get you connected with the lender. Doesn't cost anything, there's no obligation, but not a bad idea to take a quick snapshot of where you are financially. So if the right opportunity does pop up with the right home, we're kind of prepared and ready to roll. So let's wrap things up with where interest rates are. Those have been a little bit volatile, moving up and down. It's been pretty consistent over the last 6 months or so, and we've seen some movement over the last month or two, obviously, with all the talks of tariffs and everything that's happening out there in the market. But government, FHA, VA loans are in the high 5s and low 6s. We got conventional in the low to mid 6s, and we got high balance loans in the 6s. So, of course, down from the peak, but yeah, we got to keep an eye on all of this stuff. So, you have any questions, you know where to find us. But again, and kind of in summary, let's keep an eye on that active inventory amount, because if it holds or goes higher, that's telling us what's coming in this market. Let's keep an eye on those interest rates, and let's stay ready and prepared to take advantage of this market. So if you have any questions, you know where to find us. Have a great day.